Hey everyone, I'm gonna do this on my social media tonight. I was supposed to have an essential oils for pregnancy and birth tonight at a location in Harrisburg, and I got there and her her air conditioner had gone out. So it wasn't a very pleasant place to be, but I wanted to still go ahead and share the information that I was going to share because I know a lot of people had asked me about it and were planning on either catching a live class or a webinar. So I wanted to go ahead and jump on and do this class while I have a little bit of privacy. And so we're going to just go from there. So people are on, and this is, again, essential oils for pregnancy and birth. I will save this video, I think, if it turns out okay, and I'll share it later. If anybody misses something or they got to jump off, I can share it later on. So I always want to start out, for those of you who are not familiar with essential oils at all, but maybe you're pregnant or you know someone who is, and you are ready to jump in with essential oils. Pregnancy is a great time to jump in because when you're pregnant, you're really, really limited on medications that you can take, on different products that you can use. And so it's a really, really great time to jump in because doTERRA essential oils are completely safe, and they can help out in so many different ways and so many different symptoms that you may have. So doTERRA essential oils are certified pure therapeutic grade, and that means they are completely safe for use. We go through all different kinds of testing. Each liter is tested for purity through many different kinds of tests: gas chromatography, mass spectrometry. If you're a science person, you may know what those are. All kinds of microbial testing. They test for adulterations and pesticides and things like that as well. Every single thing that we do far exceeds FDA standards for purity. They are 100% pure. doTERRA essential oils are. They're naturally extracted from plants. They don't contain any fillers or chemicals or artificial ingredients, and we never dilute our essential oils with anything to make them less potent than they are in nature. We indigenously source our essential oils as well, the plants, and that means that they come from their natural habitat where they are very, very, they are at their most pure and potent that way. So I don't have this book with me. I've given both copies I had away, actually, but there is a book out there by a midwife. Her name is Stephanie Fritz, and this book is called Essential Oils for Pregnancy, Birth, and Babies. You can buy it on Amazon. She's a midwife. She's used essential oils for years, and she started using doTERRA essential oils actually whenever our company was created in 2008. This book is from her personal experience, and as she says, and I completely agree, I would definitely say this too, you know your body better than anyone, and your baby. So if you feel that there are certain essential oils that are not best for you, then you need to follow your intuition on that. But there are 3 methods, so this is still just kind of basics. There's 3 methods for using essential oils: topical, internal, and aromatic. So topically means you're just putting them on your body. Internally means you are ingesting the oils, and aromatically means you are breathing them doTERRA essential oils are safe to use in all 3 ways. Now, not all essential oils are safe to take internally, and they are labeled appropriately on the bottle to let you know which ones you can. Okay, so some of the things that I'm going to talk about are the oils. The different categories are the oils for relaxation and anti-stress, muscle and pain relief, immune system boosters, digestive health, and skin health. You know, as if you're pregnant and you've been to the doctor, then you know what you need as far as a vitamin. You need to be on a prenatal. You need to be taking your vitamins every single day. You need to be getting 80 to 100 grams of protein every single day. Cut out any processed sugar, anything white. Sugar causes all kinds of inflammation in your body, but it also creates an environment for candida, which makes you super sensitive to things like yeast infections. It also weakens the immune system. This is just like a general nutritional guideline here. So if you're pregnant, cut out as much processed sugar as you can. We have a blend called Slim and Sassy that helps to regulate your blood sugar, so helps that, and it also helps with sugar cravings as well. So that is really a really helpful thing in pregnancy. We know that it is super easy to just eat whatever we want to eat because we're craving something, and a lot of times what our body's craving is sugar. So Slim and Sassy is really, really good to help with that. So talked earlier about taking your prenatal vitamins. So most of you know, if you're pregnant, you should be taking your prenatal vitamins. doTERRA has a multivitamin, and it's called the Lifelong Vitality. It is 3 different vitamins. Let's see if I can hold them so you can actually see them. My 2 cameras are super weird. I got them on my phone and my computer. So this is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's 3 different vitamins, but the 3 of these make up the pack. It's a food nutrient complex, a cellular vitality complex, and an essential oil omega complex. So these are your vitamin. These are safe to take as your prenatal vitamin. This is what I take every single day. It is probably a good idea to add in an extra methylated folate vitamin because your body needs extra folate when you're pregnant. A lot of supplements will say on their folic acid. Folic acid is the synthetic form of folate. Folate naturally occurs in plants. So finding a folate supplement is a really good idea just to add that on. I found a really good one on Amazon. I'll try to share it maybe in the comments later. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's really, really good. I took that through my entire last pregnancy with my 3rd baby. I'm taking that now. So it's really, really good. So your Lifelong Vitality can be used for your prenatal vitamin. You can also add in extra greens. So anything green, any green leafy, the dark, rich leafy plants are a good substitute to add extra folate in your diet. So if you are, taking your vitamin, but you're still concerned about your folate, then eat some dark leafy greens. Terrazyme is another supplement. I'm being invaded by birds here. I'm sitting outside while My kids are at play practice, so I thought, well, maybe I'll have some quiet time and I'll do this webinar out here, and now I'm being invaded by birds, so I apologize for that. Terrazyme is a whole food enzyme, a digestive enzyme, and it helps with the digestion of fats, proteins, complex carbs, and sugars and fibers. When you take this with food, the enzymes that are in it will help you break down the food in your stomach so your body can better utilize the nutrients that it's getting. So that's very important. I heard someone say one time at a conference that I was sitting in that the age-old saying is you are what you eat, but it really could be better stated as you are what you absorb. So if you're eating all kinds of healthy foods, but you're lacking the digestive enzymes to absorb what you need from them, you're wasting a lot. So digestive enzymes are very, very helpful, especially making sure you're getting all the nutrients that you need during pregnancy. So the Terrazyme looks like this. Carried around in my purse with me, at least one bottle in my purse with me. Really good. And this is a supplement that is good for everybody, not just during pregnancy. This is for everyone. Okay, so that's kind of the basis of the foundation of health during pregnancy. Now we're going to get into more of the essential oils that are specific to different symptoms that you may have when you're pregnant. So all essential oils, all doTERRA essential oils are safe during pregnancy. I would just tell you that there is an oil, a single oil called clary sage that I would use with caution. I would not use it at all personally until the very end, until you are full term, because it can help to stimulate and or intensify contractions. So this is not, clary sage is not an oil that you want to use until you are further along, until you are full term. So your doctor has said you're full term. So do not use clary sage. So it's just kind of starting with the first trimester. Oh goodness, let's start with morning sickness. Morning sickness is something that a lot of people get. It can be anything from just, you wake up a little queasy to you are just getting sick every day, all day. So some oils that help with morning sickness are grapefruit and peppermint essential oil in a diffuser by your bed. So you are waking up to the smell of essential oils of the peppermint and the grapefruit, and it helps with morning nausea. It's also really, really good. We have these new drops. They look like cough drops, like lozenges. They're ginger drops, and these things are amazing for morning sickness. Pop one of these. You just need to put the bag in your purse probably, and just take it as you need. They taste pretty good. I mean, if you like the taste of ginger, they taste really good. And they really, really help. The aroma, you kind of get the aroma smelling it while you're sucking on it, but then the oils going down into your stomach and in your esophagus are also very, very helpful. Peppermint, so any kind of nausea that you might have, peppermint, ginger, fennel, or I thought I had it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Have my little bottle here. DigestZen. So just DigestZen right on your stomach, right over your stomach, your abdomen. You can even inhale, just open the bottle and inhale the DigestZen for nausea as well. A lot of people that I know have had really good luck with using the peppermint or DigestZen or ginger essential oil on their pressure points. So if you're familiar with pressure points and acupressure, then, sorry, I had a phone call. So then you can apply those to your pressure points and use them that way. Lavender or sandalwood is also really, really good to rub on your abdomen. I just like to experiment with these. Sometimes peppermint would work great for me, and other times it didn't do much, and I had to move on to digestin or ginger or lavender, something more calming. Another thing I started doing at one point was drinking lemon in my water, and it helped to kind of neutralize some of the acids in my stomach, and it is very, very helpful that way, kind of nip it in the bud type situation. Cardamom is another oil that we have that is really good for digestive issues, but it's also great for opening up airways. So kind of get a 2-for-1 in that one. Cardamom, the suggested application for cardamom is actually behind the ear. So that is neat. I see a lot of people coming in and out, but feel free to ask questions if you have any, and I'll answer them as I see them come through if you have any specific questions. Along with morning sickness and nausea, way quicker than you think it's going to happen, at least after my first pregnancy, I remember this happening sooner and sooner. Heartburn. The heartburn started so stinking early. So the digestin oil is really, really good for that. And I would take it and I would rub it from my stomach all the way up my esophageal area as much as I needed to. The other product that we have that, oh my goodness, saved my life. I remember I didn't start using essential oils until after I had my second child, Vivian, but my with my Lila, my first, all I did was take Tums. I mean, I had a bottle of Tums everywhere. And once doTERRA came out with these digest tabs, they have saved my life in my heartburn. I mean, this is not just during pregnancy. I mean, I use these all the time. So taking digestin, the oil, and rubbing it, you can take it internally. It also comes in a gel cap, or these chewables. They are like Tums. They are in these little tablet things, and you just chew them up and swallow them. There's a bit of a strong taste to them, but normally if I need the tab, then I don't really care what it tastes like. I'm chewing it up and I'm swallowing it because I can't explain how amazing these are for heartburn and how fast they work. It is amazing. Okay, I'm trying to think if I had any others for morning sickness and nausea and swelling, or in heartburn. Okay, so something else that starts very, very early, especially if you already have children, it's like you never got to, you never got your rest caught up from your first pregnancy, and so you just keep going and going. So sleep, or a lot of people have trouble falling asleep, or you're up all night. Doesn't matter what trimester you're in, you're up at all hours of the night. Something that really, really helps me. I love, and I used to use the blend in my diffuser all the time, but I've found another sleep blend that I really like that works for me. But these Serenity Soft Gels, it's a restful complex. These guys are just as important as those digest tabs that I just mentioned. I take a couple of these when I need them. They're non-habit forming, so you can just take them as you need them. Y'all, you do not wake up feeling like you've just, been on a journey to the ends of the earth and you're even more tired than whenever you went to bed. These things are amazing. They help me to fall asleep. I usually don't have trouble falling asleep. I'm usually so exhausted that by the time my head hits the pillow, I can fall asleep, but my brain just runs all night long. So Serenity, Restful Complex Soft Gels are amazing. Take them as you need them. Again, they're non-habit forming. You don't have to take these every single night, but they are amazing. There's also, like I said, the blend for, that's the oil, the Serenity blend, and you can put a little bit of that on the bottom of your feet as well. But the Serenity oil blend is not safe for taking internally. These are specially made to take internally. So if you're going to take one as a pill, it needs to be these guys right here. Okay. Now, something that I've been dealing with, it seems like always in the summer, I have some kind of summer cold. Yuck. It doesn't matter what I do. Doesn't matter how much On Guard I use. I get some kind of a summer something. And Breathe is a really good oil for this. So this is doTERRA Breathe Touch. And this is the touch roller. So it comes like this, pre-diluted for you. So if you already have kids, this is safe for your kids also. It's completely safely diluted for them, but I carry these around with me as the touch kit all the time, and you just rub it. So if I'm having a little trouble breathing, my middle daughter has had a terrible cough. I think she's been in the pool way too much this summer, and she's just been coughing her head off, and I get the Breathe out, that Breathe Touch, and I just roll it on her in the middle of the night, and it calms her airways right down, and she's able to get a really good night's sleep because of it. My oldest daughter will even have a little Breathe on my keychain, and she grabs the Breathe as soon as somebody's coughing and takes it to them. So Breathe is great. You can take the oil blend that's not in the roller, and you can put that in your diffuser, or you can just smell it and it will open you up that way. Okay, so something else that I always suffer from, especially later in pregnancies, is muscle pain, soreness. If whenever you're 32 weeks on, you feel like you're 1,000 weeks pregnant, and you're just hurting everywhere from your back to your knees and your hips. Everything hurts. And I was never so happy to have this Deep Blue during my last pregnancy. This stuff, I use it all the time, but I rub Deep Blue all over my body during my last pregnancy. And it's absolutely amazing. It can be paired also with a blend that we have called Aroma Touch, and just rubbing it into your legs and your hips and your lower back is it just helps with circulation. It helps with inflammation, and it just calms that area down, and it's just amazing. This also comes in an oil. The rub is really, really good for application, but another thing that I really like to do was put several drops in some Epsom salts, and then put the Epsom salt in my bath, and then just have a good soak in a warm bath. And fun story about with my third pregnancy, I was nearing the end, and my oldest daughter, I was really just wanting to just chill out and in just silence, sit in my bathtub with my Deep Blue soak and just go away in my mind. And here comes my oldest girl, and she was, I think, 5 at the time, getting ready to turn 6. And she said, "Hey, Mom, I see you're trying to enjoy your alone bath." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I was trying to do that." But the Deep Blue in the bath, when you mix it with that Epsom salt, it really just pulls out the toxins, and it helps with low back pain and that water heat massage. It's very, very helpful. So Deep Blue combined with AromaTouch is really, really good for a nightly massage. And some people will even mix in geranium with that as well, if the other ones are not cutting it by themselves. Okay. All right. So one other thing that I want to talk about is stress. And especially, again, if you have multiple children and you are in another pregnancy, your stress level may be higher than it was whenever you were pregnant with your first child. So stress and depression are big things. Your emotions are all over the place during pregnancy, and it's really, really hard because, again, there's not a lot of pharmaceuticals that you can take while you're pregnant that are safe for the baby as well. And so I like to mix a couple of different oils, and it depends on my day, but my favorite ones are for depression and stress are a blend called Elevation and Lavender, and mixing those two together, putting them on the wrists, on your wrists, or you can put it, spray it on your body as a perfume, so you're constantly smelling it all day long. You can make a little roller ball of it, kind of like this one here. You can make a roller and then just take it with you in your purse and apply it to your wrists as you need to. But I mean, depression and stress and anxiety are really very, very common issues with during pregnancy. So if you're experiencing them in extremes, please, please, please see your doctor. But if it's something that you think you might want to try to use essential oils for, then these two, Lavender and Elevation, are really good to try that for. Again, you don't ever want to settle for yourself. I mean, you want to be the best that you can be. So again, you know your body, you know what's best for you. If you feel like you want to try these, then great. If you feel like they're not cutting it for you, then please talk to your doctor. Another big issue, especially towards the end and usually towards the summer, is swelling and water retention. And sometimes along with that goes high blood pressure. So I'll kind of talk a little bit about both of those. Swelling and water retention, this, number one, could mean that you have a protein deficiency. So you might want to address that. Remember, I said that the key number is 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. And if I'm being real, I don't get that a day. So we all got work to do. So work on your protein to make sure you're not deficient in that. And also you can use lemon, grapefruit, cypress, or AromaTouch for a massage. AromaTouch is my very favorite for water retention and swelling, because it really helps. The oils that are in AromaTouch help with circulation, and that's what we need. We need to get that out of there. So you can, for the lemon and grapefruit, the best way to do that is to take 3 to 5 drops of them and put it in water and drink 3 to 4 quarts of water a day. That is a lot of water. You're already going to the bathroom a lot. I get it. But it is so important to stay hydrated as well. So you've got your water. Be sure that you are drinking out of glass or stainless steel when you're doing this with citrus oils. At 28 weeks, here's a little fact here for you. At 28 weeks, your body fluid doubles. Okay? Doubles. So your body's going to love the citrus essential oils that you're giving it to help get rid of some of the swelling and retention. Take the cypress and AromaTouch and just rub them into your legs as a massage, in your feet, in your hands, wherever you're swelling. The high blood pressure, it can be different than the swelling and the water retention. I just like to mention them together because they can go together. Now, this is always, of course, with your doctor's permission. You don't ever want to take anything and do it yourself and go against your doctor's orders. But if you have, a little high blood pressure, put 3 drops of the oil ylang ylang into 2 tablespoons of bath salts and take a warm bath in the evening twice a week. So that is another good way to help with high blood pressure. I know people are still in and out. If there's any comments, I've got bugs flying around me now. I had the bird invasion earlier, now I've got bugs. So I am going to go into, I just wanted to label this pregnancy and birth rather than pregnancy, birth, and babies, because I'm just going to have to do a completely other class on babies. It'll be way too long to do all 3 of those in one class. So stay tuned. I'll be scheduling an essential oils for babies class in the future. So moving on, I kind of touched all of the biggest concerns and symptoms that you might have during pregnancy. And the next step is labor. So there are some people who experience preterm labor, and if it is entirely too early for you to be in labor and your doctor says it is not safe, you can try. It's not safe for you to continue into labor and have a baby, is what I'm saying. You can try lavender and serenity. Mixing 3 drops of lavender and serenity and massaging it on the legs. Start at your ankles and massage it all the way up to your heart. That can help to stop preterm labor. If your baby is breech, you can take 5 drops of myrrh essential oil and massage it in a circular motion on your abdomen over your baby, and turning the baby. So this is kind of like a mental / essential oil thing. I've never had to try this one. I've never had a breech baby, but I have heard reports of acquaintances that have done this, and it has worked. So you take the myrrh and you massage it in a circular motion on your belly, and just in your mind picturing your baby turning. That's just something that I'm going to share. Like I said, I've never had to do that one before. Induction and or to speed up slow labor. So that is back to that oil clary sage that I talked about earlier that you need to steer clear of until you are ready to be in labor, until your doctor says it is safe for you to be in labor, you are full term. And the best way, I have used Clary Sage before in one pregnancy. Like I said, I did not start using essential oils until after my second was already born. She was a few months old. So in my third pregnancy, I used all my essential oils for that. So Clary Sage, I did use. The best way to use Clary Sage is to start with your reflexology and your pressure points. So I'm going to let you do your own research on the acupressure and things like that, your reflexology. But once you look that up, you can start massaging the Clary Sage oil into those pressure points, into that. So again, you should not be doing that until you are full term, until your doctor considers you full term. Always check with your doctor or midwife before you're doing any of this. Pressure points are going to probably, especially at this point in your pregnancy, are going to feel very tender, but it should not hurt. If you feel pain, then you need to stop. You need to reduce the pressure of those and make sure that you have the right spot. So it may take a couple times, but you can kind of get some confidence in that. If a contraction starts, you need to stop the pressure. So if you're doing your acupressure and your contraction actually starts, this works for you, you need to stop the pressure, reduce your pressure, pull off, and wait till the contraction ends, and then you can apply the pressure again to keep going and to get them to move quickly and to speed that up a little bit. If you are in the delivery room, if you are there ready to go, you're all set up and you're just, waiting, you're there in labor. I got some people looking at me through a window thinking I'm a crazy person right now. But you brought your diffuser, so bring your diffuser to the hospital room. It's perfectly fine. And most of the nurses actually will comment on how good it smells or whatever. Essential oils are not strange anymore. They're out there in the world, and more medical professionals are using them than you think are. Okay? Don't be scared to take your essential oils, to take your diffuser into your delivery room. The last time I was in the delivery room, let's see, almost 3 years ago, it was like a totally common thing for moms to bring their oils into the delivery room. So don't think that you're being strange for doing that. Some of the best oils to diffuse are Balance and Wild Orange. Balance is the grounding blend. This guy is amazing to just have through the air for anxiety. And listen, folks, you're diffusing Balance and you're diffusing Wild Orange. It's not just for you, okay? Other people are going to be in the room smelling, and they're going to be calmed. They're going to be calm, cool, and collective because of this. So if you've got an uptight husband or a mom or something, these can benefit them as well as they're benefiting you. If you have back labor, black pepper is a wonderful oil to massage into your lower back for back labor. I'm trying to think. If you have been in labor for a really long time, I hope this is not you. But if you've been in labor for a really long time, you're going to need some energy and peppermint topically. You can put peppermint in also with your diffuser, but peppermint topically, on the back of on your temples, on the back of your neck. is really, really good for energy. You can actually even put it in water if you're in a position where they're allowing you to drink water. I know not all facilities will allow that, but if you are in that, then you will really benefit from peppermint in your water, or applying it topically. It helps with energy. And maybe, again, maybe you've got your peppermint, maybe mom's doing fine in the delivery room, lots of energy, and dad's over here like hitting the snooze button while everything's going on. Maybe dad needs some peppermint. So keep in mind, it's not just for you. Again, a lot of times anxiety does not just happen during your pregnancy, but happens all throughout pregnancy and into the delivery room. So take your lavender and your elevation along with your balance, and it'll help you through that as well, through any anxiety that you may have during your labor. Okay. Anybody, I know people have been in and out, and a lot of you will catch this when I share it later. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Again, kind of a weird situation tonight where the location where I was supposed to have my class ended up with no air conditioner at the last minute. And so I just thought, well, you know what, I need to do a webinar anyway. So here we are, essential oils for pregnancy and birth. There is a lot more that I actually have to share with you guys, but I'm not going to do all of that right now. I want you to kind of take in some of the information that I've given you and go from there. If you are interested in trying out some essential oils during your pregnancy, or if you know someone who is, please share this video with them. If you share the video with somebody and they are interested, I will we'll be talking as well, some kind of a sample for you. But anyway, thank you for jumping on. And again, I will share this again a little bit later. And hopefully everybody learned something. And I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks.